Proverbs chapter 10, Solomon's Guide to Wisdom and Righteous Living. Proverbs chapter 10 marks a significant shift in the book of Proverbs, transitioning from extended teachings to short, practical sayings attributed to Solomon. Each verse stands almost independently, offering wisdom in compact, contrasting couplets. This chapter introduces a recurring structure, statements that compare the outcomes of the righteous and the wicked, the wise and the foolish, the diligent and the lazy. These observations are not merely moral reflections but are deeply practical, intended to guide everyday behavior and decision-making. At the heart of this chapter lies the theme of contrast. The righteous bring joy to their families, especially parents, while the foolish bring grief. Wisdom, according to Solomon, is not only a personal virtue but also a source of blessing to others. A wise son brings gladness to his father, while a foolish one becomes a burden to his mother. This distinction underlines the communal and generational impact of personal choices. In similar fashion, material wealth obtained through wicked means is dismissed as ultimately useless, unable to save from death or divine judgment. In contrast, righteousness has enduring value, it leads to life and provides divine protection. Another dominant theme is the value of diligence and the danger of laziness. The diligent are likened to those who gather during harvest, seizing opportunities and gaining reward, while the lazy are compared to those who sleep during the most critical time and therefore bring shame. Hard work is praised as a path to wealth and honor, while idleness leads to poverty and disgrace. This theme is not purely economic. It reflects a moral order in which God favors those who act responsibly and work with integrity. Speech also plays a central role in this chapter. The way one uses words reveals character and shapes destiny. The mouth of the righteous is described as a fountain of life, bringing wisdom and benefit to others, while the words of the wicked are associated with violence and destruction. A wise person speaks carefully, restraining their tongue, whereas a fool talks excessively and carelessly, leading to ruin. Gossip, slander, and hidden hatred are condemned, while love, which covers all sins, is exalted as a force for peace and reconciliation. This emphasis on speech highlights the power of words to either build up or tear down individuals and communities. Proverbs 10 also emphasizes divine justice. God is portrayed as active in the world, rewarding the righteous and frustrating the plans of the wicked. The Lord provides for those who walk in righteousness and ensures that their hope leads to gladness. Conversely, the wicked are destined for destruction. Their fears come true, their names rot, and their hopes perish. While storms may come, the righteous stand firm with an everlasting foundation, whereas the wicked are swept away. This portrayal affirms a moral universe governed by divine law, where actions have consequences that extend beyond human control. The chapter also touches on themes of legacy and influence. The memory of the righteous is said to be blessed, suggesting that a life of wisdom and goodness leaves a lasting, honorable impression. In contrast, the name of the wicked decays over time, forgotten or remembered with contempt. The righteous are not only preserved by God but are also a source of life, nourishment, and wisdom to others. Their lips feed many, offering insight and encouragement. Meanwhile, fools not only harm themselves through ignorance but also fail to benefit those around them. Throughout Proverbs 10, the underlying message is that life offers clear moral choices, and those choices produce distinct outcomes. Wisdom, righteousness, diligence, and self-control lead to life, honor, and lasting security. Foolishness, wickedness, laziness, and deceit lead to ruin, shame, and loss. These proverbs are not abstract ideals but concrete guidelines for living a life that is both morally upright and practically wise. Solomon's teachings in this chapter are as relevant today as they were in ancient Israel, offering timeless truths about human character, responsibility, and the consequences of our actions.
Chapter 10. The Proverbs of Solomon. A wise son makes a glad father, but a foolish son is the grief of his mother. Treasures of wickedness profit nothing, but righteousness delivers from death. The Lord will not allow the righteous soul to famish, but he casts away the desire of the wicked. He who has a slack hand becomes poor, but the hand of the diligent makes rich. He who gathers in summer is a wise son. He who sleeps in harvest is a son who causes shame. Blessings are on the head of the righteous, but violence covers the mouth of the wicked. The memory of the righteous is blessed, but the name of the wicked will rot. The wise in heart will receive commands, but a prating fool will fall. He who walks with integrity walks securely, but he who perverts his ways will become known. He who winks with the eye causes trouble, but a prating fool will fall. The mouth of the righteous is a well of life, but violence covers the mouth of the wicked. Hatred stirs up strife, but love covers all sins. Wisdom is found on the lips of him who has understanding, but a rod is for the back of him who is devoid of understanding. Wise people store up knowledge, but the mouth of the foolish is near destruction. The rich man's wealth is his strong city. The destruction of the poor is their poverty. The labor of the righteous leads to life, the wages of the wicked to sin. He who keeps instruction is in the way of life, but he who refuses correction goes astray. Whoever hides hatred has lying lips, and whoever spreads slander is a fool. In the multitude of words sin is not lacking, but he who restrains his lips is wise. The tongue of the righteous is choice silver, the heart of the wicked is worth little. The lips of the righteous feed many, but fools die for lack of wisdom. The blessing of the Lord makes one rich, and he adds no sorrow with it. To do evil is like sport to a fool, but a man of understanding has wisdom. The fear of the wicked will come upon him, and the desire of the righteous will be granted. When the whirlwind passes by, the wicked is no more, but the righteous has an everlasting foundation. As vinegar to the teeth and smoke to the eyes, so is the lazy man to those who send him. The fear of the Lord prolongs days, but the years of the wicked will be shortened. The hope of the righteous will be gladness, but the expectation of the wicked will perish. The way of the Lord is strength for the upright, but destruction will come to the workers of iniquity. The righteous will never be removed, but the wicked will not inhabit the earth. The mouth of the righteous brings forth wisdom, but the perverse tongue will be cut out. The lips of the righteous know what is acceptable, but the mouth of the wicked what is perverse.